Welcome to Multicultural Musings, the show that looks at the quirky, the unusual, and the mundane in other cultures. Hi, I'm Michelle, and today we're looking at Swedish children's stories. My guest today is Britt, who was born in Sweden and moved to Germany as an adult. She grew up with the stories of Astrid Lindgren, hearing Pippi Longstocking, the Six Bullerby Children, and Emil of Lönneberga. Astrid Lindgren is the fourth most translated children's author in the world. Other famous writers were Selma Lagerlöf, who wrote The Wonderful Adventures of Niels, and Gunilla Bergström, who wrote the Alfie Atkins series. Britt said that something very curious about many Swedish characters is that they're all small, or shrunk is the way she likes to describe them. One of the most famous characters is the Tomta, who's been included in various forms of Swedish literature throughout the years. The Tomte is a very small old man with a long beard, and he wears a cap and woolen coat. He watches over farms and protects the farmer, the family, and the land. Tomte has a strong will and doesn't like it if you change anything on the farm, if you disrespect the farm or mistreat the animals. Farmers were afraid to displease the Tomte because it was said that he could drive people mad or even poison them. In the late 1800s, the Tomte became a symbol for Christmas and today is used in a lot of Christmas decorations. It was very important for the farmer to take care of his Tomta, and one way to do this was for the farmer on Christmas Eve to...
So you had to put a bowl of porridge outside for the Tomte, because this the Tomte was expecting to get. And then everything was okay. But if you forgot to do this, then you had a big problem, because the Tomte may leave the farm or even put misfortune on the farm, or he would get very upset. So this is kind of the story about the Tomte in the fairy tales, but one of them I really would like to share with you because it's a very nice fairy tale, and this fairy tale is called Stugen. Stugen is the Swedish word for hat cottage or hat house.
Okay.
A single mother, single female Tomte lives with her 3 children in a hat. Actually, it's a cottage on a small island, and across the lake on the shore there is a male Tomte, and he lives in a tree stump. And one day the mother has to leave. She has to go and buy yarn to sew new clothes for her children. So she goes away with a boat, and the children, she told them, you have to stay out of trouble and don't mess up with anything. And then when I get back tonight, I will serve you the delicious honey cakes you like very much. So the children were all excited about this and wanted to help her, and they started to clean the chimney, and they got all dirty and filthy, and the clothes were all black, and they had to wash the clothes. And to do that, they needed warm water. So they put up a fire, but everything went out of control and the whole cottage burned down. And the little Tomte on the shore, he could see the smoke, so he went as quick as he could across the lake with his boat and was very upset with the children. And but then he still helped them. So he helped them to extinguish the fire and to build up a very nice but much, much smaller cottage. In the end, the mother comes back and is terribly upset because everything is a disaster. And she is angry with the children, but still she can see they are okay, and that's the main thing. So she still treats them with the honey cakes, and the Tomte has a great suggestion, because he asks the mother if she would like to marry him, because then they could live all together in his tree stump. And in there it's warm and cozy, and a lot of play is a big tree stump with a lot of space for the whole family. And they should use the little island with the small cottage as their summer residence. So at the end, they get married, and it's a happy end. And this is the story, but it's kind of nice because it's written in 1930, and still it's kind of the feeling it transfers is this, yeah, the same you have today, I guess.
Stugen was written and illustrated by Elsa Beskow, who loved to include beautiful summer illustrations in her work. Something else that was a bit different about the books was that it was written in rhyming style, but the second rhyming word was always missing, so the children had to guess what the missing word was. Britt also loved the modern character Alfie Atkins as a child because she could identify with the everyday situations that he found himself in. Alfie Atkins is a boy who lives alone with his loving, patient father, a single parent. He has a cat called Puzzle and an imaginary friend and some normal friends. The first Alfie book was published in 1972, and there are around 25 books in the series. I hope this has given you some inspiration to explore Swedish children's stories, because there's a whole wealth of stories to be discovered and enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If you like the show, please like and subscribe and leave a comment below. And if you want to tell me about your nation's stories, please contact me at multiculturalmusings@yahoo.com. Thanks for watching. Adios, Zeit Tieren, Hamburgerschle, farewell.